All right, so I'm back, and today we're gonna do a the Rant of the Week viewer response for the top 10 Marvel Legends and Transformers I'd like to see. So let's get started. And yes, I acknowledge, or thank you to everyone that sent me um, all the warm wishes about the situation that happened earlier this week. I'm just trying not to focus on it right now. So, all right. So Sammy Turnage says Marvel Legends, Lockjaw. He could be a Build-A-Figure. Lockjaw. I don't know who Lockjaw is. To be completely honest, I don't know who that is, so I don't. Number 2, the Inhumans that are not super rare to find. The ones that came out before were convention exclusive. I think an Inhumans line would be pretty good. And I would expect us to get that sooner rather than later, because especially I know the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show is building the Inhumans, building them up, and I think they're getting a movie. I thought I read that somewhere. I'm not sure. I didn't pay too much attention because it's the Inhumans. I'm not the biggest Inhumans fan, just because they're not what I usually read when I grew up. Because I was just like, well, aren't they just X-Men? But not? I don't know. Alright. 3, Dormammu. Another super rare convention exclusive. I've been waiting and wanting Dormammu since the first wave of Toy Biz Marvel Legends, and I couldn't get him because he was a convention exclusive bullshit. Agreed. That would be pretty cool to get one of those. I know we're getting the Doctor Strange movie soon, so I'd be very surprised if we don't get one, both comic book version and movie version. Because it's Doctor Strange and it's Dormammu. It's almost a given we're going to see Dormammu in either the first movie or maybe the second movie. Number 4, Age of Apocalypse Cyclops. I was a huge fan of Age of Apocalypse, don't get me wrong. I wasn't a huge fan of the character designs of the Age of Apocalypse characters. They were all right for the most part. So the Cyclops, I could take it or leave it. Number 5, more members of the Hellfire Club. How about any members of the Hellfire Club aside from? I think the only one we really got was Emma Frost, and she quit the Hellfire Club. But I think Sebastian Shaw is a very important character, and I don't think we've gotten one of those. Not that I remember, anyway. Purple Man. I'll agree to that. A new Omega Red. I'll agree with that. The new Colossus Juggernaut. I don't know what's going on with that character, but yeah, why not? Because if they make a new Colossus Juggernaut, then they can also retool it into just old school Juggernaut, which I'd be really happy with. Because the old Marvel Legends one was good, but that thing's expensive. Number 9, Professor X in a hover chair. Yeah. 10 is not really a figure, more of a playset. Danger Room and X-Men Mansion. I'd buy it. I'd buy that too. Yeah. Sammy Turner also says, I don't collect Chug anymore, but here is the list that works for both Chug and MP, mostly Chug. Run Amok. For number 1 is Run Amok. Number 2, Runabout. We need more Decepticons cars in both Chug and MP. Well, I think the TFCC Runabout and Run Amok are perfect. So, while I think they should have been released more on a wider scale, I think these things are awesome. So, yeah, I really... I don't see any problem with these two. 3, Leader Class Astro Train. Okay. For Titan class Scorponok, John, I'm sorry to disagree, but I want Fortress Maximus and Scorponok to be the same scale, even if Scorponok is the size of Devastator, and Fortress Maximus is the same as the size of Metroplex. That would be perfect, and obviously, and the obvious repaint Black Zaret. Okay. 5, I'm saying it, Trypticon, we need him to battle Metroplex. I agree, we needed Trypticon, but I mean, it was just like, I've been saying it for years now. We need a Trypticon. Please give us a Trypticon. Hasbro, please. I'm begging you. Trypticon, and still nothing. 6, Metro Titan. This was a no-brainer. It was just a straight repaint of Metroplex. I am shocked we haven't gotten a Metro Titan. I am literally shocked. Why not? There's no reason why we didn't get a Metro Titan. 7, Power Masters Prime. I got the Power Master armor for Classics Prime, and it's okay. I would like Hasbro or Takara to take a crack at it. 8, Soundwave and its cassette tapes. And do not make Soundwave into a vehicle unless you turn him into a triple changer. Even then, I'd rather him be a cassette player. Voyager scale. I would like that too. But I don't think we'll ever see that unless a third party makes it. Just because it's one of those, it's too hard to sell a cassette player, to kids. You got to do something fresh, something different. 9, obviously Blaster and his cassette tapes. Now with both get repaint Soundwave turns into Sound Blaster, and Blaster turns into Twin Cast. Yes, I would like to see a new Blaster too. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's very unlikely that we're going to get something like that. And if anything, because of the way Hasbro works these days, if we get a Blaster, it's gonna be a repaint and retool of Soundwave. That's how it's always been, or that's how it's been for a long time, and that's how it's always going to be from this point on. And that's really unfortunate because they're not the same toy. They were completely different characters. They just happened to turn into similar modes. And technically, Soundwave was a micro cassette player, and Blaster is a boombox. Big difference, Hasbro. Big difference. But anyway. 10, Voyager Seekers also. Yeah, of course that. Sammy Turnage also says... Oh, I forgot to mention Beast Wars figures. Any from the Beast Wars show that has not been remade yet, like Pterosaur, Tarantula, Scorponok, Quicksilver, or Quickstrike, Silverbolt, Rampage, Tigertron, Dinobot, Megatron, and Inferno. Inferno, Dinobot, and Scorponok are my top 3, though, to get modern updates. I think, I know we just got these not that long ago, but I honestly think we need a new Dinobot and we need a new Cheetor, because the universe, especially the Cheetor, is trash. It's just utter garbage. And the Dinobot is not far behind. Yes, it looks okay, but he can't use his weapons unless you rotate the hands into being regular robot hands, and that is not Dinobot. All right. John Lant says Conehead needs love. Yes, they do. And they even have a movie based on Coneheads. I don't know why they're not getting more toys. I'm hilarious. Yannin Min says, Bumbletron, you just gave Hasbro an awesome idea, LOL. I hope Hasbro didn't hear that part. C and Funny John says, we all should kick back and relax. Also learn wheelies too. The movie version is so ugly in robot form. Yes. He also says, but the Coneheads get to be in Geico commercials. Okay. I guess I don't watch enough Geico commercials. Alex Salton says, there are 4 deluxe Insecticons. You are correct, sir. I forgot about Venom. I don't know. Repaint Waspinator into Venom. I don't know. Yes, I forgot about him. Alex Dalton also says, I'd like to see some Combiner Wars C-Cons. That would be awesome. Yes, it would. Will it happen? No. I'm just, I'm getting really pissed off that we haven't gotten third-party C-Cons yet. Well, somebody teased it like 2 years ago. We haven't seen anything since. But it's like, what the hell? I mean, we got like, what, 8 versions of Devastator either out or coming out, and no one has taken a crack at C-Cons? Whatever. Michael Pytel says, Marvel Transformers crossover. Jean Grey, Triple Changer, Marvel Girl, Phoenix, and Dark Phoenix. Just kidding. One, that's an awesome idea. I would be on board with that as long as they could pull it off, which of course they can't. Just because that'd just be real hard to do. And 2, the Marvel Transformers sucked ass. Alright. He also says, what about a Decepticon Triple Changer? Robot jet plane helicopter. Voyager size from this Diaclone. He puts a link in there. Which, yeah. Or Technobots for Combiner Wars. Or ROM Space Knight for Marvel Legends, and the female Nova, Herald of Galactus. Yes, that would be cool. I don't know ROM, but I remember the Herald of Galactus. I remember that. A Jaguar Black Panther Ravage that transforms into a Jaguar sports car deluxe class. That'd be cool. Leader class Galvatron, yes. Another G.I. Joe Transformers crossover based on the X-30 Conquest jet, Mamba helicopter, Cobra hydrofoil, Firebats, Defiant space shuttle. Have a nice day. Yeah, I would like to see anything, really. Any of those are pretty good. Rat Trap 25 says, awesome video mate. With the Metal Hawk, I am thinking the old Cyclonus form, old Cyclonus from the Universe line. A repaint and a retool, it would be perfect in my mind. On top, yours choice, or here's some of mine. IDW Rodimus, Voyager scale or larger deluxe. I think SXX is going to give us one of those, but yes, Hasbro should give Rodimus a little bit more love than what he's been getting. A repaint of Springer, which was a good paint job and looked good, and that one car from Classics, and that's it. Rodimus needs more love, guys. IDW Star Saber leader class, so that'd be cool. IDW Dia Atlas leader class. IDW Chrome Dome and Rewind Voyager class. IDW the Decepticon Justice Divisions, yes. IDW Pharma, a retool of Armada Starscream. Don't know that one. I don't know that one. Sorry. Combiner Wars Leo Kaiser, that'd be good. Combiner Wars Beast Combiner. And Generations Decepticon Headmasters and IDW inspired Power Masters Getaway. Those would all be pretty cool. John Michael Agaro says, Transformer wise, I want a deluxe sized or bigger Huffer, bigger Huffer original mode. That would be cool. Although personally, if for Chug collection, I think the Legends scale works best for him. But, that'd be cool too. I wouldn't lie. Let's see. Power Masters Getaway. And a decent sized Cosmos. Marvel, I would love to see Dark Hawk and team packs of the original teams of New Warriors and Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, those would be pretty cool. Also like Defenders for me. I'd say Defenders and like Generation X, some of those obscure groups, I think, need a little bit more love without giving figures to these really obscure characters like that Batroc character. I mean, seriously, I don't know anything about this character at all. It's that he comes with the torso of Thanos, and that's irritating. Now, if I had a dream figure to be made in a 6-inch, in 6 in Love by Marvel, it would be a Freakazoid. That would be pretty cool. TFY you Smoky 1021. What is Chug? Chug is means Classics Henkei Universe Generations. That makes up essentially the Classics collection. These guys. So anything that fits under those categories is Chug. Technically, there's like 3 different scales for Chug going on, but it's Chug scale. That's what it's called. And then there's the MP scale, and that's a different scale altogether. And then there's some legend scales that fit into their own categories, which I don't understand at all. 2, I would like a Voyager Mind Wipe. That would be pretty cool. Although you might want to check out the Fans Project one. That one's pretty solid. 3, I would like Hasbro to re-release their good molds like Universe Hound, Reveal the Shield Jazz, and a Reveal the Shield Windcharger. What I would first off, check out Big Bad Toy Store on their Henkei 3-packs. I know Hound was one of those, and that is just gorgeous. That's when Takara actually did a really good job. I mean, anything out of that line was really good. I do wish they would continue and get like the Prowl, Smokescreen, Sideswipe in Takara colors, and Jazz in Takara colors, Windcharger. I mean, I know they released them individually in the past, but I really like this 3-pack setup that they got going on because it's slightly different from their original decos, but they're kind of their own thing while still being high end. Let me see if I can find one like the Ratchet here. That's one of the Takara repaints, and he's pretty good. He's got a chrome, nice paint job on him. The mold's still kind of crap, but yeah, check those guys out. Let's see. Basically, what Takara does with their box sets, since eBay sellers charge a lot, and I would like to get some of these since I missed out on those. Maybe make them exclusive to Toys R Us, like the G1 re-releases. Yeah. I mean, I would love to see them all re-released in the U.S. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love it. And I don't understand why either, because, I mean, talk about, I mean, they reuse these molds and retool these molds and to make money off of them. When there's certain characters from the past that they could just re-release and make money off of it. I mean, seriously, if Hasbro were to release a 6-pack of all the Seekers, of all the classic Seekers, I've got all the classic Seekers right there, but I'd go buy another box. Even if it was $100, I'd buy that right now. I'd probably buy 2 or 3. So yeah, I don't understand why they don't do that. That's a dumb move. They should definitely re-release some figure. I know some people are like, oh well, I want to make money off my figures someday, so you're decreasing the value. It's like, that's never their concern. They never care. And 2, that's not really my concern either. The majority of us are collecting so that we can have a collection. We're not sitting here like, well, this is going to increase value. That's the excuse we used for, the families, the girlfriends, co-workers and stuff like that. Well, this is really the collection that's going to make me some money someday. But in all actuality, we're not going to sell it. I mean, I probably will, but most of you guys don't sell the collection. You keep hold of it for years. And, someday you might let go of a few things if something better comes along. But if something better comes along, you're not really caring about the price because nobody wants it anymore. Anyway, also while I've got your attention, I did finish the Rant of the Week playlist, so that's open now. Tonbon Brad or Taban Brad. Tripticon Seacons G2 Cyberjets Deluxe Ravage. You just won my day by saying G2 Cyberjets. Gen 1 Red Alert. The only Marvel Legends figure I would buy at a drop of a hat would be Darkhawk. I don't even know who Darkhawk is. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know who he is. I did buy the little one that came out in 13 or 14. I think having him in a bigger sculpt would be awesome. Manderman says, agree completely with your list. I really want to see a leader or Voyager-sized Rodimus Prime, yes. And a Shang's Kai for Marvel Edges. I don't know who that is either. I'm sorry. I love Marvel Comics, but I don't know every single character. There's more Marvel Comics failed characters than there are Transformer characters, period. Optimus Danger says, Dear Hasbro, listen to this guy. Great ideas, bro. Thank you. Joseph Flanagan says, we need a leader class Rodimus Prime. What about the Autobot Triple Changers broadside? Would be great. Yes. Well, there's only, I think there's, what, 3? Yeah, 3 Autobot Triple Changers. We got Springer. We got Sandstorm. So, yeah, we still need broadside. As far as the leader class Rodimus Prime goes, I think that would be too big because that would put him in the same scale of Ultra Magnus. And I think we can all agree that Rodimus is not the size of Ultra Magnus. Transformers 758. Well, Hasbro messed up the one thing I would have gotten, which is Huffer and Pipes mold. But no way need repaints of Prime 4 times, and I would get a Sea Spray and Beachcomber. Yeah, try for the Sea Spray in that scale. Try find the iGear one. That one's awesome figure. And short of that, you can get the Make Toys one, which is passable. It's not great, but it's decent, and it fits pretty well in with the Legends figures. Not perfect, but it's good enough. As far as Beachcomber goes, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You can get the iGear, but that one's way too big. Let's see. I hope Make Toys does a Pipes and Huffer at their IDW line. Now, I don't think the Pipes was very good for the iGear one, but their Huffer was awesome. Especially the price when it first came out. $20 shipped. I mean, seriously, if they would have stuck with that company would still be soaring to this day. $20 shipped for a Legends class figure. I mean, that's $10 more than Hasbro, and that's worth the markup because they were pretty good figures until they upscaled them and then started fucking up their paint schemes. Let's see. And as far as Make Toys goes, hopefully they will. But if they do, we're in for a long wait because look how long it's taken to get Tailgate out. I mean, seriously, this. And look how long we've been seeing teaser pictures of that Scorponaut. I mean, it's been what? I think it's 2 years this month. Something like that. 2 years. 2 years of waiting for Scorponaut. 2 years. Oh, that's insane. And who knows how long they've been developing it before that. Anyway, I tried. I got tired of waiting for Kickback and the fact that the paint is different on them. So I just got the Fans Project set, which is a good set. They're releasing Chop Shop from Deluxe Insecticons, so there won't be a box set. Yeah, I forgot about that. They should have done Voyager Shockwave and Soundwave and G1 styles ages ago. I'm surprised there aren't third-party versions either. I don't get it. It's like third party is like insane sometimes. They're over there like, oh, we're gonna make this and we're gonna make this and we're gonna make this, but we're not gonna do the figures that are actually needed. I mean, yeah, Orion looks great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a huge fan of the panel formings, but seriously, it's like, why? And we get Hegemon. Okay, so we get Optimus and Megatron in a one. They're not in the same scale as each other, even though they're made by the same company. Idiots. Sorry, you're an idiot if you do that. And I know some people argue the fact that there's different designers that made the figures. Well, who the fuck is watching those designers? Because they still made the two leaders outscaled of each other, and that's stupid. That's just stupid. Any company that does something like that deserves to go under. So if Toy World goes under because of stuff like that, I'm gonna laugh at them. Anyway, back on track. But here we're getting a Megatron and an Optimus, but we have a good Megatron, not a great Megatron. I'll give you that. But the Classics Prime was pretty fucking spot on. He's pretty awesome. So it's like, the question, I have to question, it's like, was that really something that was needed to be done when we don't have a Shockwave? I mean, come on. All we get is this dinky ass little Shockwave, which is a cool Shockwave if somebody were to want to upscale it in a good plastic quality. But seriously, this is all we get. This dinky ass little small deluxe, barely taller than a Scout Shockwave, and he's supposed to be Shockwave? We got the Fall of Cybertron Soundwave, and I can sit there and say, well, at least we got a Soundwave, and he looks okay. I'm not going to sit here and say he's the greatest Soundwave ever, but he looked alright. Music label Soundwave is better if you're going for the deluxe, but he's still not that big. But at the end of the day, it's like, what the hell? Why can't we get a Voyager Shockwave that actually looks like a good version of Shockwave? Be it IDW, be it Fall Cybertron, whatever. Those at least have G1 aesthetics to a point. The Prime Shockwave, he looks alright, but he's not Shockwave. He's not my Shockwave. And the movie Shockwave is movie Shockwave, so it's bleh. So it's like, why can't they make something like that? And instead, we get Mega Steel Megatron. Okay, so now we have two Megatrons in Voyager scale that are released in competition with the Voyager, Megatron, and the Tank Megatron, and all the other Megatrons that are out there. It's like, why do we need these Megatrons when we need a Shockwave? Okay. Calm down. This is viewer response. This is not another rant. Seeing Funny John says, I want to see Bumbletron. I hate you. Nobody wants to see Bumbletron. 7TGM23 says, great rant, thanks for the entertainment. Yes, Power Masters, Optimus Prime. Yes, I want it. Needs to happen. Yes to Coneheads. Yes, I agree. That's why I said it. But yeah, leader or MP. Yes, yeah. See, I think, because I got the leader class Starscream, and he's pretty cool. I will admit, he's pretty cool. And if you're not a huge fan of the MP Seekers, this actually might be a good stand-in until something better comes along. So if they made these leader class into the Coneheads, then you could have all 6 as stand-ins, and they're not expensive stand-ins either. It's at $50 a piece, or at $50 a piece for these guys, as opposed to $200 a piece for some of the MPs. Or you spend $60 and they fall apart. It's like, you could make it work. You can make it happen. Should you? Probably not, but you could. Anyway, and no more bees. Love the idea of leader headmaster Scorponok. Thank you. I think you're the only person that thought that was a good idea. Great idea to battle Grimlock. Where's the love for Hasbro G1 style leader / Voyager Shockwave? I just went over it. I know you can't hear my response right now, but I just went over it. I know you aren't into IGW, but I think you would enjoy the comics if you picked up the trade paperbacks of More Than Meets the Eye or RRD. I think there are 6 to 7 of each series. Whirl and Cyclonus are amazing in them. I think you could review the comics well, like Skullface has done a few. It's one of those, I want to do it. I just, I want to do it, but I just, I don't have the time to read just yet. But yeah. I guess that's it. So I'll be finishing. So Monday is going to be my Repair Bay episode. I know I've been kind of slacking off on that, but the Repair Bay is actually going to be putting on the upgrade kit for the Minosaur and actually showing off the Minosaur, the perfect finished Minosaur. So yeah, and then we'll do Superion next week. Unite Warrior Superion, and then I'll try to make that one brief, and then we'll kind of go from there. I've got a ton of figures to look at, and I haven't decided how I'm going to do Marvel Legends from now on. I'm just going to review the entire wave in one go, one video, because I mean they're Marvel Legends. There's not much that happens with them, so it's like. I find myself like 5 minutes into the video, it's like, okay, now I have nothing else to talk about. So I'm just going to do an entire wave at it per go. So the next one I think is going to happen is going to be Thanos. Because over the past week, they've been kind of showing up. I know I was only going to buy the Thanos by himself, but some friends have been just dropping off some figures at my house. So it's like, it's been pretty cool. So I'm actually almost done. I think I got one figure left to buy, and that's the Batrock. And I was sitting at the Walmart and I was like looking at it like, I don't want this. But I need that body. But yeah, I think that's it. So